Welcome to Coleman Report Live. I'm Bob Coleman. We're talking Main Street and the small business leaders who help it grow. Katie, it's you and I today.
Yeah, we're just gonna get through the news today, and hopefully we'll get the questions and everything answered tomorrow with Lance.
Yeah, we're hey, we know it's the end of the quarter. We respect your time. Let's get into it. We have some poll questions. Poll question number 1: should Congress let small businesses take out a second PPP loan? And I understand this is a multifaceted question because there's two parts of it. Your interpretation could either be we can get a second PPP loan from the original allocation or from PPP4, which is pending. Yeah, I agree with that. I think those are good answers. Things change, and I think that's fine. Should all PPP loans under $150,000 have blanket forgiveness? Katie, I think I know how they're going to answer this.
Well, it's been such a complicated thing for a lot of small businesses and the lenders who are trying to understand this. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot of yeses on this one.
Yeah. And yeah, there you go. And obviously Lance and I, well, the 30th isn't gone yet. We still have the rest of the day. Lance and I may be mistaken on whether the guidance on how to submit these loans has been finalized. I haven't seen it yet, so well, we got the rest of the day. And finally, this came in from yesterday. What percentage of your PPP loan portfolio funded nonprofit businesses? And I'd be curious on that. What do we got, Michael? %72%. Very good. Hey, Michael, are we having issues streaming on the internet?
Yes, we're having.
Okay, turn that off. Okay, we got Katie. Katie, talk about the paycheck protection and what's happening today as of June 30. Oh, I'm sorry. I have one more poll question. What are you doing? Are you hiring new people? Are you keeping the staff FTE levels the same? Or are you in a furlough laying off mode? Very good. Thank you. I'm surprised at the 1/3. I'm glad to see that. I think that may have to do with processing all these PPP loans. But that's good, at least for our little corner of the world. That's nice to know. Sorry if you're in that 6% category, but that obviously does happen. Katie, talk to us about what's going on. We end today. Bring us up to date.
Right. So E-Tran will stop allowing you to process PPP loans tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, and that doesn't matter what area you're in. It's still going to be the Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast, don't expect to go till midnight. The PPP loan window, is closing, and there's still over 134 billion. That's the number I think we had yesterday. Still in the program. And so a lot of senators and various representatives are suggesting different ways we can use up those funds and possibly continue to help small businesses moving forward, especially as some of the country is reopening. Other parts of the country are closing back down after they had a surge. Senator Marco Rubio and the chairman of Senator Marco Rubio said that he's planning on creating a bipartisan task force to work toward a way to implement the next steps. We also already know that P4 is in the works. We haven't seen the actual bill yet, but that was suggested a couple weeks ago. So we're waiting to find out if the funds will maybe get bumped over to that, in which case PPP will continue till the end of the year, and then SBA has the option to continue it past that as well. So there are several things that are in the works right now.
I think the context is this is going to happen positive things are going to happen. It's the wheels of Congress move slowly at times. There is bipartisan support. There will be some forgiveness in terms of documentation. Looks like the 150 level. I know other entities wanted to go to 350, but I like your stats, Katie. It says that it encompasses 85% of PPP loans, and that I think that's prudent and appropriate. So this, I have not picked up any, I mean, I hear sniping from time to time, but I haven't picked up any hints that this is a problem on that there's people against it. What is your reading, Katie?
It seems like most people want some kind of forgiveness for under a dollar amount, and I've seen different dollar amounts thrown around. The 150 seems to be a pretty popular number because it's that about 85%. And that's what there were several hearings a couple weeks ago, and that's the number they kept using. So it sounds like they do want to do something. I don't know what the official number will be when they do implement it.
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting on that stuff. What's this bill by bipartisan bill by Reps Wagner and Clay about a loan forgiveness calculator? What's this all about?
So they've introduced a bill that would basically allow third parties to create an online calculator for PPP loan forgiveness. And we've already heard several businesses have started creating this calculator. So this would just make sure that it's accurate, publicly accessible, and easy to use for lenders and small businesses to fill out these forgiveness forms and get through them a little bit faster and make it a little less painless. So I wouldn't be surprised if this passes. It seems like there's a lot of support for something like this.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. Let's see, and we're asking for additional guidance on how to calculate payroll cost.
Right. So there was a small, I don't know what to really call it. It was just a form paper that the SBA released last Friday. They gave a little bit more details about how to calculate payroll costs. I don't know if this is really going to be super useful for the people because the program's ending, but if it does get restarted with P4, then it'll probably be useful for that. And all it does is it tells you how to walk through different types of loans. If you have a different business or an unusual business, it walks you through step-by-step how to calculate payroll in those situations. So it's a great form if you have one of those businesses and you're not sure how to calculate that particular type.
Tomorrow, we're going to be doing an update on what's going on with USDA, the B&I lending programs. It has similar type of relief of stimulus. So we're going to have, we'll have an update on that. This is going to be a short segment because I know you're all busy and you're all working for end of the quarter. And to be sure and take advantage of our webinars, Lance is doing next week, PDK. And hopefully we will have more guidance on Main Street lending, which starts tomorrow, correct, Katie?
Right. I was reading about it yesterday, and there's a lot of information that is changing. There were some new forms for the Main Street lending program that just came out over the weekend. So it looks like they're really trying to get it all polished up before it gets opens tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be a little easier and less painless than the PPP program was when that first opened.
Yeah, and hopefully, I know the numbers have been low. They've been less than 20%. Hopefully we can go through this, and hopefully there's changes that make it more attractive to the industry. Of course, we have our data and our training coming up. And Michael, do we have any questions? Yeah, sorry about the glitch. Sometimes I've been reading that we've had trouble streaming. When I say we, I mean, the entire country, and that we've sort of avoided that up until today. Anyway, thank you all for joining us for Coleman Report Live and for supporting America's Main Street. One entrepreneur at a time. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thanks.
Have a good day.